Hi everyone, how are you? I am Jessica, welcome back. Today I have 2 new patterns to show you and 1 new quilt along to talk about. So let's get started. The first quilt that I want to show you is a pattern that I released in the beginning of this month. It's called the Willa quilt. And I have 3 different versions here to show you. So far I've made the baby size. This is one that I'm working on now. It has no binding, but this is the quilt. So this one has no binding. I just finished quilting it. I did this one in sage green with these little crosses. It's a gift. And then they requested sage green. So then I did the back in this sage floral. I think it turned out really pretty. I can't wait to get the binding on and gift this. In case you're wondering, I get questions about the pantograph. I love this one. This is called Flower Child. And I've used this on quite a few quilts and I always love it. So this is one version of the Willa quilt. And then when I was making this, I went through my scraps. It's written as a 2-color quilt, like this black one. I'll show you in a second. But I couldn't help but making a scrap version. So I went through my scraps. I don't use purple a ton, but I do like it. So I thought going through my purple and making this one would be really, really fun. I really enjoyed using up all these little scraps that I've used in other quilts and having them be part of this one. This one I'll be working on quilting soon. And then I have the solid version. This one matches my outfit today. Black and white. I've never actually done a solid black and white quilt, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. The contrast is just out of this world. It's so beautiful. And here's a look at the quilt just laying down so you can get a better idea and see the whole thing. Here's the green one. I love stars and I love how this has a variety of different sizes of the same star. Here's the black and white version. This one I thought would be so classic for people who love black and white, but also babies. I thought it would make a great high contrast quilt for newborn babies, and putting a really fun backing would make it extra special, I think. And then here is this purple scrappy version. Now in all 3 of these, I did use solid white backgrounds, but I really think that a scrappy background would be amazing too. So if that's something that you'd like to try, I would definitely go for it. It'd be beautiful here. I'll put links to this pattern below. Currently, the pattern is for a baby size and a throw size. I had some requests for a larger version, so I'm thinking about adding 2 more sizes. One that would be, around 80 inches, and then one that's around 100 inches. So if you're interested in those larger sizes, let me know and I can make an update to the pattern. If you do buy the pattern now how it is and I add sizes, you'll automatically get those new sizes when they're available. I did get a few requests for a quilt along for this one. If you're interested, let me know in the comments or even on Instagram. The other quilt that I'm going to show you is the one that I have a quilt along scheduled for, but if there is interest in doing a quilt along for the Willa quilt, I'll definitely do one. It is a really fast and easy quilt, whether you make the baby the throw or if there are larger sizes. It goes together so quick. That green one, I actually just made this. It was just in an afternoon. It is really fast and fun. So the next quilt then, let me show you. This pattern was just released about a week or 2 ago, and it's called Avery. Let me show you what the quilt looks like. So I really had a deep dive in my scraps here. I brought out pinks and reds that I loved. And it was so fun going back and seeing the fabrics that I used in other quilts and putting them together here in this pink, red, and white version. This pattern could be a great scrap quilt. These pieces are relatively small, so it lets you use up scraps that you have left over from other projects. It would be great in any color, not just the pink and the red like I have shown here. I did design this to have pink going one direction and red going the other direction because I liked the way that that looked together. And I do think all of one color would look just as nice. You can go scrappy with this, like I said. It's a great place to use up little scraps, but the pattern's also written for fat quarters. So if you didn't have scraps or if you didn't want to go that route, you could definitely use fat quarters. Now this one does have a quilt along already scheduled. We're starting February 1st. I will link to the blog post below, which has a schedule, and I'll also link to the pattern. Currently this pattern, the Avery Quilt, is on sale for this week. It's 20% off, so I'll link to that. You can grab a copy while it's on sale if you'd like, and then join me in sewing this. This pattern has a variety of sizes. I believe it's 5 different sizes from baby through king, so you can really make any size that you're looking for. For this one, I will do a YouTube video as part of the quilt along for this chain block, also for the heart block, and then I'll do a video on assembly. I won't be doing videos every week of the quilt along because it's a little different than ones we've done before, because this one has a lot of repeat blocks. So the first few weeks of the quilt along is just making the blocks, and then the final week is assembling. If you have any questions on either of these quilts, the patterns or the quilt alongs, just let me know and I'll be sure to help you out. And if not, I'll see you back here soon. I hope you sew along with me. I can't wait to make those quilts together.